Okay, wow, really not bad? You have no idea how excited I am to do this video. Hi guys, welcome to Emmarie Lane, where my goal is to find you the best beauty products for the best prices. And today, we're doing a battle that I've been waiting for weeks. We're battling the very, very loved L'Oréal Fresh Wear 24-Hour Foundation against the new L'Oréal 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation powder form. I think they say in a powder actually, but whatever. What? Oh, I'm so excited, I can't wait. I actually tried this out a few weeks ago in a different video for the first time in a long time. When it came out last year, I wasn't a huge fan of it. My skin was very different back then. I love this stuff now, as long as I use a pore filling primer like on my cheeks, because like it brings out my pores there. So I am gonna do that. I'm gonna divide my face in half. I'm gonna do the powder foundation on the right, my right, because that's where I have more acne and I wanna see its like covering power when it comes to like redness and blemishes. And then the classic liquid version on the left. Liquid on the left. I'm going to be using the Master Precise for a primer just where I need a little bit of smoothing. I'm just doing it like on the edge of my nose and on my cheek right here. And that's it. So I'm going to do. So we'll still be able to see these two powders by themselves. So I'm going to do this stuff real fast on the left. I'm not going to get too much into it just because, you know, it's pretty popular. Most people know about it. So the original liquid foundation is available in 30 shades. It has SPF 25. Oh, and it retails for $11.99. Now that that's all finished, let's get into the new stuff. Okay, so I'm debating if I should apply it with this sponge or like my sponge. Maybe we'll try like the forehead with this sponge and then like maybe my cheek with the sponge it comes with. Okay, so we're going in. Wow, okay. So I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna like try to cover up this zit right here. See what happens. Not bad. Okay, wow, really not bad? Okay, wow. Okay, let's try the acne on this. It's gone. I am in this shade Just Plain Ivory. They only have 16 shades versus 30. It does come with this like little applicator, and it like in the claims of this it says like unique applicator, and I'm like, I don't know how this is unique necessarily. Seems like it's just a sponge. It has all the claims that the original one does, where it's waterproof, sweat/heat proof, transfer proof. Switching just to see what happens. Okay, cool. And stays true to color. On top of those promises, this is supposed to be good for all skin types, especially good for someone with acne or oily skin, because it has more of a matte finish where the liquid one has more of a neutral finish. It's supposed to be matte but also non-drying. What? My mind is blown. I can't even. That did so good. There is definitely some smoothing qualities to this because it looks like I have the primer, that pore filling primer underneath on this side. Like those sides look the same when it comes to like smoothing right here. I wouldn't say it's like magic and it makes you look like you have zero pores, but I do definitely see that smoothing property. This zit right here that I covered up at first definitely has some dry patches on it, and you can still see them slightly. It's nothing awful though. Like I'm still really happy with it because sometimes those zits are really hard to cover up. It's so easy to apply. I think I prefer my sponge that's like dampened a little bit just to kind of help get things on there faster. This can take a minute, but like if you're in a pinch, this works just fine. Shade wise, this is actually like a little tiny bit more pink undertoned, I think, which is weird because the rose ivory is supposed to be like pink undertoned, and that's the difference between that and all the other ivories. It did a good job covering up all the redness and acne. Like, I'm shocked. It did so good. It doesn't feel like heavy. I would say it feels the same on both sides. It feels just as lightweight on the powder side as it does on the liquid. So I'm gonna put the rest of my makeup on and show you what it looks like when it's all put together, and we'll go from there. Okay, all the makeup is on. Not using a setting spray. I want to see what it's gonna look like on its own. Want to see the staying power, all that stuff. I really like this so far. I especially like using it, like I said, with the dampened beauty sponge. Literally in the morning, I could just be like really fast, like just slap it on. I love how fast it is to apply. Not like liquid foundation takes forever, but like this is just so quick. And I like the finish a little bit better on its own versus the liquid on its own. I really love it a lot. Like I can't get over it. I hope this works out. So now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go about my day. I am going to be wearing a mask for some of the day because I have to run some errands. I'm gonna be working out later on today, probably after dinner. we get to test out the transfer proofness, the sweat proofness, all that stuff. So let's see what happens. It is currently 11:47 right now. I will do it a check in a couple of hours. I'll see you in a second. Okay, it's like 4:30 right now. I just got back from running errands. I went to like 6 different stores. Oh, my lipstick is a mess. I'm just now noticing it. It's fine. We can be a mess together. Anyway, the foundation is not a mess. So I can show you nice and close. Everything looks really, really good. I'm not shiny on this side or on this side, honestly. Like nothing's faded or worn off yet. So it's been over 4 hours, right? It's been over 4 hours. So I was taking my mask on and off again, like going in between stores and stuff in the car. And so like it really had a chance to rub off and it hasn't yet. Everything feels good. Nothing feels heavy. Nothing looks like cakey or anything like that. My lipstick, on the other hand, is kind of a mess. It's fine though. But like everything looks so good. I'm so excited. Okay, whew, I don't know what's going on with my little top knot, but whatever. So I'm just getting ready to change into my workout clothes so my sister and I can go to the gym, and I wanted to show you what it looked like before I got all sweaty and gross. As you can see, this side is like a lot more shiny, even like besides the highlighter, because I have highlighter on, but like it just looks a lot more glowy because I've gotten a little bit oily during the day. This side is a lot more matte. I would say everything's looking good except one thing on the powder side, unfortunately. And you can't even really tell on camera. This bit right here, it's starting to like bunch up a little bit. It's nothing awful, like you can't even see it on camera from what I can tell. And besides that, everything is looking so good. This is it. I think I said before, it's super dry. It has a ton of dry pouches on top of it. Like it's gross. I'm sorry to be so gross, but I'm just trying to help you out. Anyway, I want to show you what it looked like right before I worked out, so that way we can see like how like sweat proof is it really. So I will see you guys after the gym. What is going on? It is currently 12:11 right now. It's a few minutes after 12 hours of applying this, and I have a lot of thoughts and feelings. So here, I took a clip of what I looked like right after I got back from the gym. It was like 9:30, I think, and the gym and me like getting all gross and sweaty kind of wrecked both sides. Sweat is not its friend, and at least without, you know, primer and then setting spray and all that stuff, I wouldn't call this sweat proof necessarily, but I call it transfer proof. For the most part, yes. And for the most part, it didn't really stick to any dry patches besides that one pesky zit. But I still have other dry patches in other parts of my face, and it didn't stick to those. Didn't feel like it like sucked the life out of my skin. It didn't ever feel heavy. When I was working out, I kind of forgot that it existed, which is always good. One thing I noticed is it's slightly harder to apply other powders on top of it and have the other powders, blush, bronzer, all that kind of stuff, achieve its normal amount of pigment. I noticed that when I was looking back at the footage earlier. I don't understand that. I mean, that's not the end of the world. You just need to make sure that you're like applying enough. But you can kind of see my blush looks a lot darker on this side than it does on this side. If we're comparing side by side, I would say with sweat, they held up about the same. It's really separated in my forehead right here. It got pretty bad. And my acne is poking through. You can see like right here, right here. Shine wise, I'm like not shining on this side besides like my highlighter and stuff. It did a really good job with that, which is kind of hard to find something that will help mattify and make it so you're not super shiny without drying out. Overall, I think if you like this stuff, you're really gonna like this stuff, especially for like the quick days when you like want full coverage. You can just take one of these, dip it in there, just like really quick swipe it over all your face. And even if you have like a combination dry skin or slightly dry skin, I still think you can get away with this. Dry skin, I would be a tiny bit more cautious. If you want to see a battle between this foundation and the Maybelline 24-Hour Super Stay Foundation, you can click right here. I love you guys so much, and don't ever forget that you are enough. Bye!